On May 8, 2025, Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost was elected as the 268th Pope of the Roman Catholic Church, taking the name Pope Leo XIV. His election made history, not only as the first American-born pontiff, but also as the first pope from the Order of St. Augustine. But long before stepping onto the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica, Pope Leo XIV lived a life rooted in humble service, intellectual rigor, and deep missionary commitment. Born on September 14, 1955, in Chicago, Illinois, Robert Prevost grew up in a devout Catholic family with Creole heritage and strong connections to the Church. The values of faith, service, and education were central to his upbringing. From a young age, he showed a deep interest in religion and leadership, encouraged by his local parish and Catholic schooling. After high school, he chose to join the Order of St. Augustine, a decision that set him on a lifelong path of service. He entered the novitiate in 1977, professed his vows a year later, and was ordained a priest in 1982. Prevost pursued rigorous theological and canonical studies, first at Villanova University, an Augustinian institution in Pennsylvania, and later in Rome and Mexico. He earned a doctorate in canon law from the Pontifical University of St. Thomas Aquinas, building a strong foundation in church governance and theological reflection. Yet even as a scholar, Prevost remained grounded in pastoral care. He was deeply influenced by the Augustinian emphasis on community life and concern for the marginalized. One of the most transformative chapters of Prevost's life began in 1985 when he was sent to northern Peru as a missionary. Assigned to the Diocese of Chiclayo, he served in impoverished communities, many with little access to priests or sacraments. Prevost quickly learned Spanish, built strong relationships with indigenous and rural populations, and immersed himself in local culture. He served in Peru for over 2 decades, becoming a beloved figure known for his humility, pastoral care, and advocacy for social justice. He eventually became a Peruvian citizen, reflecting his deep integration into the society he served. His missionary years taught him how to accompany people in their daily struggles, an approach he would carry throughout his life. In 2001, Prevost was elected Prior General of the Augustinians, the highest office in the order. He served 2 6-year terms based in Rome, overseeing Augustinian communities in over 40 countries. His leadership was characterized by a balance of spiritual depth and practical reform, as he worked to modernize formation programs, support missionaries, and deepen the order's global engagement. As Prior General, he developed close ties with bishops, religious superiors, and Vatican leaders. He also became a respected voice in Rome. After stepping down as Prior General in 2013, Prevost returned to Peru at the request of Pope Francis. In 2014, he was named Bishop of Chiclayo, returning to the same diocese where he had begun his missionary career. As bishop, he emphasized listening to the people, strengthening clergy formation, and empowering lay leadership. He organized pastoral visits across royal parishes and became known for his open-door policy and hands-on leadership. His commitment to social and environmental justice mirrored many of the values later expressed in Pope Francis' encyclicals. In 2020, Pope Francis appointed him to the Congregation for Bishops, and in 2023, he became Prefect of the Dicastery for Bishops, one of the most influential positions in the Vatican. He also led the Pontifical Commission for Latin America, where he guided the selection and formation of bishops across the region. In 2023, Prevost was elevated to the College of Cardinals, with the titular Church of Santa Monica in Rome, named after the mother of St. Augustine. Despite his status, he remained personally humble, often walking to his office, traveling light, and rejecting pomp. When Cardinal Prevost entered the 2025 conclave, few saw him as a frontrunner, but among the electors, his decades of global experience, pastoral integrity, and theological depth made him an ideal choice to lead a church facing complex spiritual and cultural challenges. The name Leo XIV, a nod to Pope Leo XIII, known for his defense of workers and the poor, was fitting. Like his namesake, Pope Leo XIV brought a lifetime of engagement with real-world issues, shaped by classrooms, boardrooms, jungle roads, and village chapels. His life before the papacy tells the story of a man who never sought power, but who consistently showed up where he was needed the most, and doing so here not only titles and roles, but trust.